All right, guys, right behind us is Bandai Namco. Now, we're going to be doing something incredible. They actually invited us to do a private tour of their booth. Let's go check them out.
What's happening, everyone? I'm Justin Cavender, Senior Marketing Manager at Bandai Namco Toys and Collectibles America, longest name ever, and we're here at WonderCon in Anaheim, and we're going to take a quick little booth tour. Follow me. Okay, so we're going to be celebrating Ultraman. Everyone loves Tokusatsu, right? Ultraman's been around forever. One of the first comic books I ever got was off a little spinning rack at a drugstore, for crying out loud, and it was Ultraman. We love Ultraman. We have SH figure arts right here. They're all super articulated. They come with a lot of accessories, weapons, all sorts of fun action, and they have a lot of posability. You can see right there that if you can do it, the figure can do it. How cool is that? More Tokusatsu. We have Kamen Rider right here. A lot of these are available for pre-order right now on Premium Bandai USA. There's a QR code for people that are in attendance. They can just scan, say, I want that, and order it. Easy peasy. Squid Game, I don't know if you guys checked that out on Netflix, but yeah, it was a pretty hardcore show. I think
For another part to come out.
I know, we're all ready we're gonna get a little beavers for season 2, that's for sure. But we have, of course, the worker, the manager, the masked soldier, and the front man who was all evil, creepy with his little green phone. Stressed me out watching this show. And then, of course, we have the figure arts mini, which are great. They're just for the more casual collector that wants a little super deformed character to put on their little desk or shelf. And then the young He doll. We all remember the red light, green light. Yeah, terrible. Everyone around us probably would have died in that scene. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
None of us would have made it. And we're all very excited about Squid Game and what we're going to see in season 2. Moving on, we have the Festering Fingerprint Vike from Elden Ring. Of course, Elden Ring was our big release last year, won Game of the Year. Very excited about that. Just celebrated our 1-year anniversary. I myself am a large contributor to that statistic. And then we also have these adorable figure arts mini as well. So many characters from this game, and I hope we see a lot more in the figure arts line.
What has been a most popular figure?
So Ultraman, I think the statue's bringing a lot of people over here, and they're like, oh my god, I remember Ultraman, I love Ultraman. And then of course we have all of those available for sale here, and even the event exclusive that was at New York Comic Con is available for purchase. So I started feeding off their nostalgia. They're ready for Ultraman.
And now, have you seen more of the demographic for the younger age, or is it for the older age?
It's actually a little bit of both, but it's mostly the older people that are introducing, people like my age or older that are, introducing their kids to it, which is great.
Yeah.
Ultraman's not going anywhere, right?
Right.
Got a universe to save, for crying out loud. Leaving it hanging. And then here's a beautiful display of figure arts mini. Lots of what's hot properties, Spy Family, everyone's loving that. Demon Slayer took the world by storm. Of course, Jujutsu Kaisen, Sailor Moon, for all you classic anime fans out there that just want something cute and adorable on your desk shelf. Figure arts mini.
Do you watch anime?
I do.
What's your favorite?
Right now, it's Jujutsu Kaisen. So it's so violent, so intense, it's so funny. Like I got into it on the ground floor. It's exciting that it's got one season, right? One season in a movie, so you don't have to worry about watching like 1,000 episodes like One Piece to catch up on. You can sort of get in on the ground floor and be ready to rock and roll and be ready for season 2. And Gojo's my favorite. That guy, he kicks so much booty. It's amazing. He's got beautiful eyes. I'm jealous. I have boring brown eyes, and I've got these awesome blue ones. Here's some event exclusives from Tamashi Nations. We're big on event exclusives. It's a celebration. We're all here at these cons. We want to take something memorable from it, and these event exclusives are definitely fitting the bill for that. Of course, there's our buddy Ultraman that we love. We got some Gundam Universe figures, and then One Piece. And what's cool about these One Piece figures is they're figure art zero. So they're just static statues, but they have that translucent plastic, so when the light hits it, it really pops. See that when I was talking about with that translucent plastic and how well it pops. And Tamashi Nations loves pointy and sharp things. So if you got to be careful when you're handling these things. If you grab it by those blue spikes, you're going to be spreading bloodborne pathogens all over the place. But they're hot. They're caught in the action pose. When these display in your collection, they are just a gorgeous centerpiece.
For Tanjiro and Nezuko, what has been a popular piece to be purchased?
Sure, I would say that Tanjiro is sort of the face of Demon Slayer, and everyone wants Tanjiro. We had the swords as well, right over here. We'll pull it out. Every time we had Tanjiro's nutrient sword, it sells out. But you can see over here, they're called Proplica, so it's a fun little accessory, especially if you're cosplaying. You know, you'll have the swords from Demon Slayer. It's pretty amazing. But yeah, everyone wants Tanjiro. I mean, look at that, how amazing he is. And he's the sweetest guy ever. Like, when he's upset, I'm genuinely upset. It breaks my heart whenever he's sad. This is something we're definitely excited about. The Tamashi Nation's World Tour, celebrating 15 years of Tamashi Nation. We're actually going to be taking over Grand Central Station. We're going to have this awesome setup. We're going to have these exclusives available to purchase. That is April 28th through the 30th in New York. We're even going to have a nice setup at Times Square. So all that amazing backdrop of all those cool buildings right there in Times Square. And Tamashi Nation is going to be representing all of our favorite brands like, Dragon Balls, Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse, or Across the Spider-Verse, I guess, is the sequel, right? Very excited about that. Of course, Saint Seiya. Love the Saint Seiya, Macross, and Gundam. So, April 28th, Grand Central Station, be there.
Gundam has been widely popular, even from Japan and here. Like, oh, I can't wait.
I know. And I think even with like COVID, everyone's at home. They had nothing to do. They didn't know what to do. They're just stressing out. Like, all those busybodies that need something to do.
Yep.
Gunpla was there, to be able to just, I guess I'll build a model kit, and couldn't keep them stocked in stores. It was insane.
Hopefully one day.
I know, right?
Hopefully one day Bandai can actually make a life size like the one over in Japan.
I know, right? just go to visit. It's like in a giant shopping center or like a ballpark or something. That'd be so rad. Like, oh, look at the Gundam. I'm jealous of their life-size Gundam. If you had, it's one of those things where, like, if I had my own Gundam, what would the soundtrack be playing if I'm flying this thing around?
Oh,
it's kind of great.
Multiple.
Probably some AC/DC stuff, some good, some classic rock.
Highway to
Highway to Hell, yeah. But Chainsaw Man, moving on. More SH figure art. Chainsaw Man's new hotness right now. These figures were revealed at Anime NYC last November and set the internet on fire. Everyone loves Chainsaw Man, and they can't wait to get their hands on his figures. And it goes with the aesthetic of the sharp, pointy stuff that we're talking about. Back to more Jujutsu Kaisen and the figure art Zero. Again, look at Gojo and that cursed energy just sort of popping with the light hitting it. Looks gorgeous. And if you get up close and look at Megumi, he's got these little tar frogs in the cursed image. That's really cool. I've seen this figure like 50 times, and I never even noticed the frogs until like 3 days ago. Man, I love that show.
Knowing Bandai in general, like, you guys are attention to detail.
Yeah, so true. Some real artists over there in the R&D. And then Naruto, everyone loves Naruto. And this was a line that sort of went away for a while, and we brought it back. Started hitting the ground running at WonderCon last year. We even had a Naruto statue sort of celebrating the resurgence of the line again, so that was really cool. We have, of course, Gundam. Right here, you're looking at metal builds. These are the sort of the higher end collectibles, right? Made from a lot of die-cast parts, so it's heavy, it's beefy. It even needs its own support stand for crying out loud because it weighs so much. But what's cool about the support stands is it labels it with what Gundam it is. The Wish for Mercury is obviously the new Gundam series that we're promoting. Came out last yeyear. The Gundam Ariel is just a gorgeous mobile suit. And we got Robot Spirits right there. And then the pilot, Toretta, she's the first female protagonist in Gundam in a while at least. And then for the more casual collector, you have Gundam Universe. You don't want to spend $80 on this one, no problem. Go to Target, go to Walmart, you can get the Gundam Universe. Wow, cool. Yeah. They start at $25. There's a couple of bigger ones, like you can see, like the Sazu back there is much beefier. He's a $40 figure, but it's worth every penny. Pokemon is one of the biggest licenses that they have. There's over 80 Pokemon in their Pokédex, as we can say. And there's even some deluxe versions. All the ones on this wall here have about 150 to 250 pieces, but there's deluxe versions that have over 1,000. And they're like little 4mm bricks, so they're itty bitty. They're nano-sized. You'll see some video game properties like Pac-Man, because we're Bandai Namco, of course.
Yep.
Right? So you got Pac-Man, you got the arcade cabinet, there's some Ghosts. There's also even Dragon Ball, but back to video games, there's a Kirby, Mega Man, Cutman, even Crash Bandicoot and Sonic, for crying out. What's really neat about these, they sort of highlight that 8-bit aesthetic. But if you look at Mega Man, it was a 2D character, right? It was just side-scrolling. Well, what's interesting is that these same blocks that make Crash Bandicoot, look at the detail in his snout as it's kind of coming out. Yeah, it looks incredible, right? So both as either a 2-dimensional figure or even 3D, and that really popped. And then there's a non-licensed stuff too. Like that bowl of ramen, You gotta put on the package, don't eat.
Oh, we all know the story of Kirby.
This year celebrated the 30th anniversary of Kirby. We have some fun stacking Kirbys from N-Sky. I think 4 is the highest I've ever gone, but it's sort of a cheat code where you can just use the star and just kind of stack them up. And they all have the different expressions, which is a lot of fun. And then there's even Kirby Paper Theater, sort of this gorgeous, crafted 3D paper model, as it were. They're kind of hard to do. Like, I mean, I have no artistic ability whatsoever. Like, it's definitely tricky, but any normal person can do it. I just am not part of that crowd. And Mega House, also a Bandai brand. These are really unique because they're doing the Mega Cat Project. And if you look closely, you'll see that all your favorite anime characters are cosplaying, or cats cosplaying as your favorite anime characters. So you got some Naruto, you got some One Piece, Sailor Moon back there. And if you look on that wall, there's Gundam ones as well. The cats in the box, like sort of a, if it fits, it sits. With a big statue like this, you can celebrate Catter Day every day.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
Now, for all you 90s kids out there, we have Tamagotchi represented here at WonderCon. These are great. Teach your kids responsibility. All of us that were teenagers and younger in the 90s, now maybe we have our own kids that we can say, here, you want to learn about responsibility? Take care of this Tamagotchi. Fortunately, every Tamagotchi I've been tasked with taking care of doesn't make it very long. But then they also have Vital Hero, which is fun. It's for all you Digimon fans out there. And it sort of promotes good health and activity for kids. And while they're doing these activities, they can level up their digital monster and then play against other people. Fun. Nice. Here we have Bam Presto, another Bandai brand. These are the adorable chibi style, sort of super deformed type things where people that want to have that cute anime character on their desk. And not only do we have anime properties, but we also have Disney stuff too. So it's sort of a perfect fit. Everyone loves Disney, and when they're in this adorable little style, how can you pass? I mean, look, Attack on Titan, they're pounding out. These people are always angry and upset and yelling at the world, and look at how adorable they are right now.
Oh. Well, it's great to see all these characters for Attack on Titan.
Yeah. You know what? Hopefully one day we can get a Titan and the Q-Pops get full. So how adorable.
It's the eyes. It's the eyes.
Like, I couldn't say no. I'm like, oh man.
So cool.
Whatever you want. And then same with my family. Again, that's one of the new Hondas as well. First season under the belt. Everyone's excited. It's a fun show. And it's, you can sort of decompress watching Spy Family. So many anime that we watch, you get is an emotional commitment. You get dragged into this dark world and you're like, man, can I just smile every once in a while? I think you get that with Spy Family. So over here you have Ichiban show figures. These are statues. They're static. They're usually caught in an action pose. You can see some Demon Slayer, some Spy Family. Moving on down, we have One Piece. These ones are great because these ones are definitely in the action pose and they have a little effects added to them. We can see right here that Sanji's got was the fire effect, and then with Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah.
And with Ichiban show, they usually come with 5 to 6 in a set. And I would kind of equate it to that little lady that has a curio cabinet with the little glass dolphins or like giraffes and stuff. If you look at that case, like, well, that's pretty impressive. Look at all those little figures. I think Ichiban show is sort of in that same vein where you have this awesome cabinet just full of all these Dragon Ball characters. It's gonna stand out. Yeah, people are gonna look at it. They're gonna have questions.
There's that Kaido. Oh my God,
Kaido's amazing. Oh man, that club's gonna hurt. So we have the Bandai Hobby department. So here's where you get all your model kits. They do not require paint or glue. They just snap together. Of course, you are more than welcome and encouraged to customize them and do what you want to do if you want to go ahead and paint them to your liking. But we have all sorts of fun licenses. There's Pokemon behind me. There's Star Wars. There's Digimon. And of course, Gundam. Everyone loves Gundam, right? And that's what we're here for. So we have all sorts of fun ways to celebrate Gundam. In fact, over here, there's a nice display that shows all the different sizes and grades for Gundam kits. So let's check that out. All right, so here we have an awesome look at how the Gundams changed in different grades. So starting all the way on the left there, you have the SD or Super Deformed RS-78 there, and then it goes on to the entry grade. Entry grade is a good starting point for people. You can probably put that model kit together in about 30 minutes or so, maybe a little bit more if it's your first model kit ever. But it shows you just how easy it can be, and it sort of gets the blood flowing, It's like, okay, I like this, I can do this, right? And then before you know it, start licking your lips and scratching your arms, you want to start doing some more, right? Then you move on up. If you're a pro, you can probably bang one of those out in the weekend or less. Someone like me, you're looking at like a whole orbit around the sun before. That also rhymed unintentionally. And then of course they have this mega size, which is a fun throwback to like sort of a like plastic model kit. And you can see while it's lacking in detail, it's still awesome to have like in the background kind of thing. It's sort of in the realm of like an entry grade, but large size. And then as you can see, this is more of a shoppable experience for people. As you walk through, you start to just see like boxes that kind of call out to you. I kind of like equate it to like Harry Potter, where the wand chooses the wizard, right? As you walk through here, you're like, this kid right here is speaking to me. I gotta build this one right here. That's kind of how it works. And so we encourage that. People ask, well, where do I start? And it's like, well, you know what? Just take a walk through the aisle and see what box art kind of calls to you, which mobile suit you think looks great, and go from there. But if you choose Epion, then I will like you a whole lot more, because that, of course, is my favorite mobile suit. And then, as we talked earlier about Wish for Mercury, we have model kits for it. There's all sorts of gorgeous model kits over here from the Wish for Mercury, and they're flying off the shelf, which is fantastic. Oh yeah, they're constantly restocking. Those kits were made available in November. People are able to get their hands on it, which is exciting. At Anime NYC, they were selling out like in a minute.
I can definitely see the near workers. Yep, look at that. There we go.
Right there. It's happening.
Wow, man.
It's the National Geographic in the wild.
Find out.
Another fun license that we like to do. There's like the Millennium Falcon. There's all sorts of fun vehicles. The Millennium Falcon, TIE Fighter, X-Wing, like shells. And then we even have the Mandalorian and Boba Fett over there, dude.
Yeah.
They're literally model kits that you'll build into a figure with articulation, and they pose really nice. Ooh, TIE Fighter. And of course, you can't have a shiny rebel ship because they're always flying around in space garbage. They're all beat up like a junkyard. So you're gonna want to weather those guys.
Yep.
Make them look used. You don't want to be playing baseball and have a clean uniform when the game's over. You want to be dirty, right? Just so that you did something. So
I do have a brother-in-law that does that.
I would scar up that thing pretty quick. But that is pretty much it. Thank you so much for taking the tour of our Bandai booth here at WonderCon. I hope you had a blast. I hope to see you here. This is booth 936, so check it out.
Awesome. And then where can we find you as well, too?
Oh, sure. So you can find, like, on social media, you're more than welcome to follow at Bandai Collect on all social media platforms. And if you're specifically into Gundam, then you can follow at Bandai Hobby US.
All right, guys, that is it for today's awesome tour here at Bandai Namco. We definitely saw every bit of what Namco's gonna bring for toys. Now, definitely check out below for the link for WonderCon. Man, again, if you guys thoroughly enjoyed this video and it made you guys go out and get yourself a Bandai Namco figure, make sure you guys are subscribed. And actually hit the like button as well too. And also, if you guys are returning here, well, welcome back. And now we are onward to the next fun adventure. Let's go.
TIE Fighter.